become a reality. And about, I guess, half of the members on our first group were from Elizabeth City. I had 2 from A&T. But we got it going, and to look out here now, it's just amazing to see this many brothers from where we started. I'm not going to tell you, it's just hard to question and answer how it became this, great, and how far we've come. And I got to say, the chapter is one of the what would you say, prestigious, and
That's right.
That's winning awards all through the years, and a lot of things have happened, which I credit to the brothers here now, and I really, really enjoy seeing and being with this chapter.
Good evening, brothers.
Good evening. Yes.
This is especially important for me tonight, being the 40th year for the chapter, but it's also the 50th year for me being in the Omega Psi Phi fraternity. And having come into the organization here in the county, I found that we are indeed that group of men that can shine brightly throughout the communities. And we've done a fantastic job over the years. I'd encourage us to do even more than we currently are doing, however, because when we reminisce back to when we started, we used to go into a church and bring 500 people into that site from 21 brothers working. And now we are hundreds of brothers, so we've got to push harder and get everybody overly active if you're not active.
Good evening, brothers.
Good evening. Good evening.
I moved to Prince George's County in 1972, and I was employed at Bowie State University, Epsilon Sigma.
CIAA champs.
And the Epsilon CIAA champs. Although I came from Central State, Ada Gamma chapter.
Grand and glorious.
Anybody know about that?
Yes, sir.
But when I got to Bowie State, I was working with the chapter at Bowie State, and I met a brother there who was on the staff, Giles Bragg, who's not here this evening. But Giles and I kept talking about joining a graduate chapter. And lo and behold, we learned that there was a chapter in Prince George's County. And we were advised to join Alpha chapter in D.C., Alpha Omega. And we were puzzled by that, and I think some of the brothers were puzzled by the fact that we did not have a chapter in Prince George's County. And the question then arose, why not? So I'm just happy to be able to be present of some outstanding Omega men who decided to take the step to move forward to establish a chapter in Prince George's County. And wow, look at the fruit. So I'm blessed to be here with you as a part of this super chapter.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good evening, brothers.
Good evening, brother.
I was privileged last summer to become a 50-year brother in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Thank all again. But you know, I joined the fraternity at North Carolina Central Tallside chapter many years ago, and in '62. And I was fortunate enough to go down to Atlanta to meet, as an undergrad, to meet Brother Ben Mays, and then I was fortunate enough to go out to Denver Conclave, where I was able to meet and shake hands with 3 of the founders, Brother Coleman, Cooper, and Special memories about that But then, you know, moving to DC area, I joined Alpha Omega, Tim and I, you know, the Temple Lords, and you know, we were just not hardly recognized in heavy devotion, and that's when we decided, thought perhaps we should form a chapter here. And so 73, 40 years ago, in addition to Sutton Gamma Pi, I remember had a 6-week-old baby. Tiffany was born January the 22nd in 73. So got a lot of fond memories, and to see what this chapter has become is truly a blessing to have been a part of and still remain a part of it. And I just wish to thank you all and tell you, like John said, keep it on working and make it better.
We can truly appreciate the feeling of our founders when they gave birth to the fraternity, as we have given birth to Gamma Pi. As I stated before, we never even envisioned that Gamma Pi would be the super chapter, if you want to call it that. Because there were many large chapters in the area as well as on the international front. But to look around in the room and to see the fruits of our labor now is really tremendous. When we first started years ago, and I decided let's try to get some brothers together to form a chapter. I was coming from the standpoint of after having been initiated at North Carolina Central University back in 1959, and having graduated, and my first job was in Newport News, Virginia. So I went to Newport News, Virginia, and I affiliated with the chapter there, the Hampton Newport News, Virginia chapter. And then the government called me and asked me if I wanted a federal job, and certainly after teaching, you'd be glad to come out. So anyway, I got a job at Aberdeen Proving Ground, and I moved from Newport News, Virginia to Baltimore, Maryland, where I commuted to Aberdeen Proving Ground. And while in Baltimore, I joined Pi Omega chapter. And of course, Pi Omega chapter is a big chapter also. And having gotten a promotion, I moved down to the DC area, where I became employed at the Pentagon. And of course, I joined at that time Pi Omega chapter, as Brother Joe Williams said. And
Did you see that?
from that, I went over, and Brother said he was joining chapter. Let there be a chapter, and he joined the chapter, I guess. But then I went over to Mu Nu in Rockville, and was one of the founding members of Mu Nu. And then that's when it dawned on me, said, why don't we just